what could be the potential changes in the future, and what could be potential impact on my business, and what could be the processes and functions that will be impacted by the new change or the new regulation itself. And the AI can throw all this intelligence at you, right? So, and it's so and make it so much seamless and also so easy to take further decisions, whether to create a new policy or make any internal changes or communicate the same to your customers, consumers, etc.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our interview with Sumith Sagar. Sumith is an associate director at MetricStream, and she's working at a marketing department, and we also have been partnering with MetricStream for quite some time. So Sumith, welcome to our Risk Management Show podcast today.
Thank you so much, Boris. Look forward to discussing with you on this very interesting and very timely topic.
Absolutely. So
hello everyone.
Yeah, I believe we'll have a very thoughtful conversation on the topic of AI for GRC and GRC for AI, so kind of mutual understanding of both of these topics. But before that, Sumith, could you tell us a short story about yourself, your career path, what brought you to where you're right now, and what you guys at MetricStream are up to these days?
Okay, so I am currently, I'm at a position of Associate Director Product Marketing at MetricStream, taking care of, positioning, messaging, kind of to understand the market, take the messaging from the market to the product, to help the product be in line with what the market wants, and also to take the product innovations to the market to kind of inform everyone what we're doing, what are our couple of, some of the innovations that we're doing, etc. So I have around 15 years of experience only in the risk technology business, be it commodity trading and risk management, or banking, asset and liability risk management, or market and credit risk management, etc. And it's been 8 years with MetricStream on and off. So this is my second stint at MetricStream. So I had a small break in between to take care of my son. So here at MetricStream, I've been instrumental in kind of marketing, understanding the market, and also the product innovations and messaging of our one of the key products and product lines called business GRC, which is nothing but we have around 12 products come under that, like ERM, ORM, compliance, rec change, policy, and case and incidents, and business continuity management, and SOX and internal audit. So I'm responsible for the entire product marketing aspects of it, those products. Yes, that's a brief about myself.
Fantastic. So quite a very interesting career in this specific topic of GRC. And now, since we are working in AI sphere, because it's AI very important since I think 2 years, it's all main buzzword in the business world. Let us discuss how can AI transform GRC, and what are the challenges and benefits for organizations to merge these things together.
Yeah, I want to take a step back and say that AI is not new. It's been decades that technology vendors and even industries like banking and financial services have been using AI in credit and market risk, and market sensing, and data prediction, etc. Right? But what has changed in last 2 years, and why the topic of AI is so relevant today and so timely today, is because last 2 years, the power that has been transferred to the hands of the common man in the form of ChatGPT and Gemini, all those LLM models, right? That has changed the entire business, because you don't need to know the technology to use AI today. So that is what kind of changed a lot of things for both good and worse. or rather, to make the risk managers lose their sleeps at night. So yes, so coming back to the where we are with AI in GRC, even though the risk part of GRC has been using AI, especially the financial risk management aspect of it. But when it comes to non-financial risk management, the uses of AI is still at a very early age, right? And we are talking about risk today. When we talk about it, it is we are talking about perma crisis. The world is in a perma crisis, be it geopolitical risk or constant health disruptions that's happening. Pandemic was just one of them, but if you see, we've been going through this for some time now. And ecological imbalances and climate related changes, and wars and sanctions, etc., and cyber attacks, not to forget. And on top of all of these, the role of the risk manager is changing. The CRO today, and even the chief compliance officers or CISOs, they're not just there to provide the data, the reports, and also to kind of prioritize risk, but also provide insights to the board to make actionable decisions in an agile manner. So that is where the uses of AI has increased in the world of GRC, because we are sitting on a huge set of data, churning it manually, kind of to understand it, to make it work for you. It is I wouldn't say humanly impossible, but it takes a lot of time and prone to errors as well. So that is when the uses of AI come into picture. Having said that, so AI is the specific use cases. Before we get into that, some of the benefits, if we have to talk about, as I mentioned about decision making, right? Because of AI, the insights that it is providing, it's making the entire decisions related to governance, risk, cases, incidents, compliance is it has made it faster. That's one. And it has made the entire risk management to some extent predictable, right? To its thanks to the statistical models, and the numericals values can be put to the risk expression, etc. And managing the huge amount of compliance data, RegTech is using a lot of AI to understand, to sense the new requirements, the updated requirements through horizon scanning, etc. Right? And so if we are talking about predictability, we are talking about agility and faster decision making, and also we are talking about the entire efficiency and accuracy of the GRC data itself. So these are some of the benefits. Of course, challenges are we'll deep dive into it when we come to the AI governance part. But some of the challenges that we're seeing is we're not too sure of the accuracy of the AI models. We don't know whether there are biases in its, the way the data is treated, and of course the ethicality of it also. Right? So these are some of the challenges and benefits. So coming back to some of the use cases, right? So in MetricStream, we've been focused on AI for some time now. So we slowly have started inducing AI infused workflows and GRC intelligence since 2019. So some of the use cases that we have built and also we see in the market are I want to kind of break it down into 4 parts. One is pre-trained AI models. The second one is AI infused workflows. The third one is large language models that are that's nothing but LLMs, and the generative AI in itself. So when we talk about pre-trained model AI models, what am I talking? Today AI can be used on a huge GRC data, and these models can be used to sense, controls, control gaps, under-tested controls, over-tested controls, because control testing in not only requires resources, but also requires a lot of capital, right? So it is capital incentive, it is time incentive, intensive, sorry. So that's why AI can actually today scan the entire GRC, your risk and control data, and identify the gaps within that, and also kind of say what are the anomalies in those control data. Maybe control definition is wrong, the alignment with other GRC data, which is risk or issues or processes or functions, maybe they are missing, so it can identify those. So that's one of the use cases under pre-trained AI model, right? And also suggest some of the tests, because there could be a couple of controls that are under tested, and there could be over tested. The controls could be mapped to different organizations within the, or different functions, and there could be duplicate controls, there could be duplicates of tests, or the same samples has been used for control tests. So these kind of anomalies, these kind of information can be scanned through and highlighted through AI models. And of course, when we talk about controls, similar can be applied to issues as well. When an issue is being raised, immediately the AI model can throw signals and information saying, hey, you know what, the similar issue is already there. Do you really want to raise another issue, or tag your information to the existing issue, right? So you're not only saving the time, but you're also adding additional information to the data, and also making it rich and helping take better actions and better controls, etc. So these are pre-trained models. And we also have built AI-infused workflows, right? So for example, an organization deals with a lot of policies. With the help of AI and NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, so it's sensing based on the user logging in. It kind of highlights based on the search history, and also based on the department the user belongs to. So it provides the policies that are relevant to that user and not all the policies, and also highlight the changes in the policy that have happened in recent times. And if there are any any issues that user wants to raise, the policy is right there. And collaborative approach to policy attestation and policy reviewing makes it all the more easy to kind of to not only in terms of efficiency, but also the time it takes is drastically reduced. And also everything that the conversation, the collaboration that happens between users are all kept intact for auditability also, right? So that is one of the use cases. And we're talking about issues, observations, anomalies that are reported. Companies have been using chatbots and similar AI tools to kind of to raise IT tickets or any observation or any issue or anomalies within the system, so that the second line of defense does not really have to wait for the quarterly or biannually or annual assessments to understand the new risks or the issues that's happening on a day-to-day basis, right? So what AI can do is without the human intervention, can probably help the person raising these issues to kind of segregate this, whether it's an observation or an issue or a risk, or an anomaly, right? And also help the user raise it in the right manner. So that way, the review time is reduced, and the AI again can have AI recommendations for action plans based on the type of the ticket that it has received, right? It also helps the second line of defense takes action much faster way, and also kind of to keep the data clean, right? So and another workflow that we have built is companies work with numerous vendors, right? IT vendors, and they must abide by certain compliance requirements like SOC 3 and SOC 2 reports, etc. And what the IT department does is they go through these compliance reports by the third parties manually, and to identify what are the anomalies, and redlining is done manually today, but AI can and we have built this model, and AI can actually scan through these regulatory reports and highlight and redline these reports, and also score your third parties risk based on this report, right? So it is so easy, because you'll be dealing with n number of third parties, and the decision making is so easier. And of course, manual intervention may be required in some cases, but AI is giving you that data. The first level of data is readily available to you, and imagine the power that you have to take certain decisions, because you have so much time saved, and it can be used for deeper analysis of the risks related to third parties, be it IT or non-IT related vendors, right? So, and the third one is, of course, the large language models. This is particularly helpful where you're sitting on a large amount of data. For example, the regulatory change management, right? So a global company today is not only dealing with state, fed, and the regional specific requirements, but also something like DORA. Even though you're not a European company, but you have business there, and you have a significant business there, you must abide by these regulations. So to understand what is required, and to kind of to adhere to these requirements, one needs to understand the requirements of these policies, right? And we are talking about, on a daily basis, a bank deals with more than 200 different types of policies, right? And regulations. So it is extremely important and crucial today that we use AI models to understand if there is any change, to do the horizon scanning, if there are any consultative papers, if there are any discussion that's happening at the policymakers level, and to understand what could be the potential changes in the future, and what could be potential impact on my business, and what could be the processes and functions that will be impacted by the new change, or the new regulation itself. And the AI can throw all this intelligence at you, right? So, and it's so and make it so much seamless, and also so easy to take further decisions, whether to create a new policy, or make any internal changes, or communicate the same to your customers, consumers, etc.
Okay, interesting. So you
Yeah.
discussed the benefits and challenges and all this case studies, and I know that there are a long list of potential use cases in all financial and non-financial business, and also maybe we can discuss a little bit how to AI governance should be implemented, because some people argue that maybe we need to have a very strict AI governance because of different challenges you mentioned, like bias, fraud, and different kind of, as we saw lastly, videos with implementation of other people, misrepresentation. So, and other people argue that AI should be freely available because it's kind of free of people will kind of situation. What is your opinion on this?
Yeah, I do hear similar things from the market also, right? While some people, there are two schools of thoughts there. It's like some people believe that AI should be freely available. And the second school thinks that no, we will just wait and see how the regulatory landscape changes. Based on that, we'll take a decision. So it's a catch-22 situation, according to me, because if you do not adopt it, you are going to stay behind in the game. But if you adopt it, and you adopt it wrongly, it's going to haunt you in the future for sure. So that is when your question on AI governance comes into picture, right? because how AI helps in GRC, in automation, in making it more efficient, but unless it is built ethically, unless it is tested for its accuracy and biases, it is it's not going to give you the result that you intend to, because garbage gets in, garbage comes out. It's that's the policy with AI models, right? So what are some of the governance aspects that we are seeing today in the market are, of course, we have the proactive measures, especially in the European region, taken by the policymakers, with respect to EU's AI Act, etc. Whereas in USA, it is little more, it has taken a backseat, and it's like, on the policymakers are a little more observant, and to see, they want to wait and watch. So, and innovation will never stop, right? Even the regulatory measures, they definitely do not talk to you about, or definitely will not stop from doing innovations. But as companies, what we should do as the consumers of AI models, or as the developers, or the vendors of the software companies that build AI models, and the consumers of it, what they need to ensure is it is, one, ethically built, it is continuously tested, it is tested for its both its efficacy, as well as innovation is not stopped. So there's continuous innovation, but based on ethical aspects, right? And we have IEEE's guidelines already there on how to ethically build AI models, right? Companies can refer to that and build, and to be tested for its accuracy, for its non-bias treatment of data, etc. And what is also, some of the companies are doing is they are not restricting their employees to use AI models, but they are, one is educating them, and also are making them use their corporate accounts, so that as a company can have a hold on what is the data that's going out, and what is the data that's being churned and getting it back. I'm talking about usage of chat GPT and Gemini kind of LLM models, right? So because you don't know, if you use your personal account, you don't know what company data is going. Again, the entire question of security comes into picture. So those are the kind of training, development, and of course auditability, right? So today, a huge gap we are seeing, not only in terms of business side of GRC getting aligned to AI models, but also, auditors not being able to audit it, in a sophisticated manner. So those skills to be, those skill gaps need to be bridged. Only training, development, awareness, and a positive risk culture, not completely going against AI, but to kind of educate them how to use it in an ethical manner, how to build it in an ethical manner, is the way forward, right? So AI governance, of course, it is from policy, from communication, and also to give the users a little bit of free hand after educating them to use these things to innovate in their day-to-day business, is what will take a company's AI innovation forward.
Yeah, fantastic. So I would like to little bit broaden your answer on the topic of ethical implementation. What do you mean by ethical? What are the kind of best practices in ethical implementation of AI GRC? Can you briefly touch about this?
Yeah. So when we say ethical models, it is, it's clearly identified what is the kind of data that is going in, what is the objective of this AI, what are the inputs, what is the output, where is it used, is it using any customer data, consumer data? If it is using, do we have the consent of those users? And these are some of the, and also, it is, if it is used for internal training, internal training of these models, it is still okay. But if the data is going out of the system, do we have, first of all, can we do that? and if we can, to what extent, what is it that the data can be shared. So that is one. And we also have IEEE's ethically aligned design guidelines that talks about what is the kind of data that needs to be used, what should be the output, and how should you treat the output, and what are the treatment methods that needs to be used even in building the AI models, right? So these are some of the ethical aspects of it. And of course, there should be no bias in treating the data.
Mm-hmm. All right, awesome. So let's discuss a little bit about trends and in implementation, or maybe what are the futures and strategy on how the future looks like for AI in GRC and AI governance. Maybe not big 20 minutes answer, but just small summary.
Yeah. So AI, of course, is going to stay here. It's going to stay here, and it's going to disrupt some of our day-to-day lives. But what the future looks like is so using AI make the GRC more efficient, and that's what is going to happen. But at the same time, the AI governance also needs to come to the forefront of any company's GRC strategy, right? If you're using AI, also have a clear path on your skill gap arrangements and your transparency and explainability, right? When you build the AI model, it should be explainable what is the method you have used, and how is it treating the data. So that explainability is again part of ethicality, right? And again, focus on clear objective, why are we building this. So have that clarity, and prioritize data quality, right, when you are building so that I think will take a forefront. And of course, people talk about people losing jobs, but human oversight is the key for any AI model. So going forward, I think I always like this statement where they say that AI will never take your jobs, but people with AI knowledge will take your jobs, right? So yeah, so that way AI is going to stay here. So you might as well embrace it, and but embrace it ethically and in a right way, so that it benefits your business, but at the same time, you stay true to your your DNA of the company, and also you stay true to your core values, etc., right? So that's going to be future.
Yeah, this is very, very promising statement, because as you said, AI will not take your job, but people with AI knowledge will take us, certainly. So you have to prop your knowledge of AI. So Sumit, thank you very much for your interview. Very, very, very thoughtful, and a lot of information for people who just want to hear about AI and GRC. Maybe we can do some kind of, as you said in our pre-discussion, we deep dive on a specific topic, maybe on ethic and other stuff. But for the time being, that's all my questions. Perhaps if you'd like to add something that's very important to our audience, and I forgot to ask you, please go ahead.
I think we covered, as for the first round, we have covered most of it, right? So MetricStream has been extremely focused on AI, and also, we were called one of the leaders by Gartner's in its first edition of AI report, right? AI innovators. That's mainly because our ability to deliver, and we've been focused on AI and building it ethically, and kind of innovating on the GRC use cases, right? Aspire is the product that we've built, and it's extensively using AI models, as I mentioned, the pre-treated models, etc., and LLMs and generative AI, etc., right? So that way, companies can definitely utilize AI, make use of it, and of course, take their GRC journey, automation journey to the next level, because humans are meant to use their intelligence in decision making, etc., and AI can only aid it, right? AI can only help it. So I think we should be using our brains to kind of make those deep decisions, while AI can do the deep learnings, etc. for you. So AI should be your assistant and not your boss.
Oh, fantastic. This is a good note. All right. Thank you again, Sumit. And I wish you a great success, you personally and the MetricStream. And for MetricStream specifically, because we have been so long with global risk community, helping us with and we helping you with promotion. So we know you as MetricStream as one of our best partners. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thank you.